Hey guys, it's Miss Guy. We are into session 6 already. Can you believe we are halfway through February? The semester is spinning its wheels and we are working hard. So kudos to you guys for making this a great semester already. We are jumping into chapter 2 this week. You are going to read pages 33 through 47 in your chapter 2 part of the textbook. Before I get started explaining the coursework for this week, I just want to spend a moment highlighting something that is in your textbook on pages 35 and 36. At the bottom of page 35, we see a section that is entitled Sociocultural Theory and Success. And sociocultural theory is just one of those perspectives that focuses on that social and cultural context. So your thoughts and your actions and how they make you into who you are. It also addresses our social forces, so those things around us that impact how we feel, what our attitudes are towards certain things. They impact our character traits. So you can just imagine all of the people and social agents that create those forces onto us. And I want to read to you and highlight for you the second paragraph on page 36. Specifically says that each of us has a choice in how we react to situations, people, and events. Every response to every situation is something we can choose and ultimately control. That's something that I feel like sometimes we forget, that we can actually create our own response, our own reactions. They are truly our choices. Although our life experiences may influence who we are, they do not determine who we are. So that's super important to remember. In Sermons from the Black Pulpit, Samuel Proctor says, "It does not matter where we were born, what kind of rearing we had, who our friends were, what kind of trouble we got into, how low we sank, or how far behind we fell. When we add it all up, we still have some options left. We still have some choices we can make." I just love that excerpt from your book, and so I just always like to highlight it and share it with students. Just that thought process that while, yes, we have had some things that have influenced who we are, they don't get to decide who we are as grown-ups and how we impact the world in which we live. So as we jump into that thought philosophy this week, we are really diving deep and talking about some different diversity skills and why they are important. So you will find in your assignment, Diversity Skills at Work, that you are going to read a very detailed section about some skills that our textbook author thinks that are hugely important based upon his research that he's done with employers. So you're going to access your Diversity Skills at Work assignment just like you've done all the other assignments. Remember to make a copy. Sorry, I'm jumping here. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulty. Remember to make a copy. I skipped over that for you. All right, so once you get to this Diversity Skills at Work assignment, you're going to be redirected to the section of Chapter 2 that really focuses on these particular 5 skills, okay? That's really where we're focusing this week. Part of this course is designed to really hit home for college students the skills that they need in order to be a successful employee. So that's kind of why we're focusing heavily on that this week. So what you're going to do in this particular assignment is you're going to define each one of these skills. So you will define what interpersonal skills means to you based upon what you read in the book. All right, so you're not typing verbatim what's in the book. You're reading what's in the book and then explaining it, pretending you're explaining it to someone else using your own words. Okay, so that goes in this light gray section. And then you're going to do a little self-assessment of yourself. So what kind of strengths do you have in the area of interpersonal skills? I have some bullets here. That's not the minimum or maximum. It's just an example for you. Please be detailed. Do a thorough self-assessment of yourself. And then I want you to, on that same skill, you're going to think about what you need to improve here. None of us are perfect. We all have areas that we need to improve. And so really just think about what interpersonal skills is, and then think about the things that you need to improve. No one else is going to see this except me when I'm grading. So if you feel like there's something controversial that you need to list in an area of improvement, don't get too caught up in, who's going to see it. It's just going to be me. And to be honest with you, the more honest and open you are with your self-assessments, the better off things are going to be for you as a person while you're growing. So I can obviously see that you've added something as an area of improvement, but it's not going to be shared with anyone else. You'll do that same thing for flexible thinking skills and adaptability, for teamwork skills, for cultural awareness and understanding, and then also for self-evaluation skills. When you get to the bottom, you've seen this before, there's some reflection questions that I have come up with. You're certainly welcome to add additional thoughts when you're doing your reflection. But I will tell you that this does need to be in a college level writing paragraph or paragraphs, depending upon how detailed you are. This is the one area that I would say the more you can write here, the better off your scores will be, because this is totally just kind of giving you the background, the basics, and then having you fill in for this assignment. Okay, when you are done with that, you are going to submit, and you will be ready to move on to the second assignment for this week, which is a voice thread. So remember back to the early part of the semester, you guys did like an introduction voice thread. And so this week, we're going to kind of do it a little bit different. It's going to be the same process where you click on the link and it takes you to the assignment board, and you are going to hit record and all that kind of good stuff. I do still have the directions here because it was a few weeks ago. So if you've forgotten, there's the directions. This is going to be a assignment where you are essentially marketing yourself to an employer. Now, again, this is not for real. This is not being sent to anybody. I'm the only person that is going to be able to see it. So what you're going to do here in this voice thread is you're going to record yourself as if you are auditioning for an interview. So imagine that, a ton of people have put in their resume, their application for a particular job, and part of that process requires you to submit a video about yourself. And so this potential employer will be watching these videos to help them decide who's worthy of an interview, okay? This is something that is pretty common in today's world, so you may actually experience this at some point when you start to apply for jobs. All right, so in your recording, you are going to address your greatest strength in each of those 5 areas that we just discussed in that diversity skills at work assignment. So you're going to start out with, maybe an introduction of who you are, and then, you're going to talk about my greatest strength in the realm of interpersonal skills is blah, 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 okay? My greatest strength in flexible thinking skills and adaptability is blah, 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 blah. And you might want to explain why, all right? So this is sort of like a billboard for yourself. What is your greatest strength? Why are you wonderful in each of those 5 areas? And be clear when you are explaining which strength goes into which area, okay? So that's part of my evaluation of you is, are you understanding the correct strength or characteristic that is under each particular skill? If you are talking about teamwork, then that needs to fall under the teamwork skills. I hope that is clear for you. And then at the end of your video, in conclusion, okay, this is always asked in some sort of interview, all right? We always ask about, what's your greatest weakness, or what is something that you feel like you're going to need to be professionally developed on? So that's kind of why I'm throwing this question in here. So you are going to share a challenge. Okay, you're going to share an area of improvement. You're going to tell me which one of those skills that falls under. This is why I need to improve it, and this is what I'm going to do to improve it. Sometimes when we show our employer that we are vulnerable and we know that we need to work on something and this is how we are going to get better at it, that gives us a lot more respect. And so I'm just trying to give you that experience here. Just as a reminder, you have to have high quality Wi-Fi for VoiceThread to work. If VoiceThread is not working, try another device or another network. And also remember that your camera is required. So this is an actual, it's not going to an employer, but it's an actual assignment where you are pretending it is. So you need to have your camera on. You need to look like you are actually doing this for an employer. I hope that this will give you a little practice in being professional and talking about yourself and talking about your strengths and your weaknesses, as a lot of you are getting towards the end of your college career here, and you're going to be going on to bigger and better things. And so hopefully this experience will be a good one for you. All right, so once you are done with that VoiceThread, that is going to wrap up the session for diversity and success, and you will be done. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out and let me know. I'm going to beg that you work on this VoiceThread early. We do have a digital teaching and learning lab on campus. If you need assistance, you are welcome to go there. They also have an email address that you can email and request for a virtual meeting where they can help you virtually via Google Meet. If you need any of that information, please let me know early, well before the deadline, so we can get you the help you need in order to get your VoiceThread submitted. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I look forward to hearing from you if you need any of my assistance.